Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Here we are again, another day, another choice of excellent news and headlines to share with you, another opportunity to listen to your questions, ideas, comments, and suggestions and contributions to these wonderful get-togethers that we have every morning here on Facebook, 10:30 in the morning, Monday through Saturday. Why do we do this? Because we're trying to connect with one another, with our destination, with the country that we've chosen to live in. And why not? Because it's fun, or at least I hope it's fun. Here we get to comment on everything, pick our nose, pick our ears, and just have a jolly old time hanging out together for a little while. Today, of course, is November 10th. We are getting close to Thanksgiving, U.S. Thanksgiving, I should say. And we're getting close to holidays, so there's all kinds of seasonal stuff that is starting to show up in the headlines. And we're going to begin reporting some of that stuff today. But first, I want to welcome each and every one of you, particularly those of you that are watching live for the first time. You know the drill. If you are watching live for the first time, well, you don't know the drill, or maybe you do. Just type the word new and we will give you a nice little welcome. If there's something really important that's on your mind that you wish to share, it helps a great deal if you add a capital letter Q to your comment. Today, we have all kinds of interesting stuff, from reality check to common sense advice to protect your belongings, to the premiere of a wonderful film in Mexico City and why that is important. And we found this video of what do you call it? Oh dear, a housewife, a mother, a lady, a woman in her house, dealing with crocodiles in the state of Tabasco. So we complain here because they parade around our golf courses. Wait till you see how it goes in Tabasco. But first, let us go through our news as always, and then we will continue with some interesting stuff for all of us to learn something new about. Okay. Black screen. Hold on. We can fix that very quickly. There you go. Okay. Now that we've established that there is safety and lack of safety everywhere around the world, or anywhere around the world, and in Mexico, it is no different, we can move on to the fact that Mexico is as safe or unsafe as any other place in the planet. That said, and as much as some of us or some folks out there choose to celebrate their time in Puerto Vallarta by calling our city paradise, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't be cautious out there. This article reports attempted break-ins in Colonias Versalles and Cinco de Diciembre, but do not think I'm mentioning this because I think these neighborhoods are particularly dangerous or any more prone to burglary attempts than other areas of the city. As a matter of fact, when I'm looking through the news, I'm always looking at these kinds of articles taking place in different parts of the city. And we don't mention them frequently because they don't necessarily contribute to our good connections to the city and each other. That said, it is important to be mindful of the safety of your own home, wherever your home is located here in Puerto Vallarta. If you leave a door open, sooner or later someone will come in and check out what's inside. That's simply inevitable. Either that or your dog will run away, or both. So, as you celebrate your time here, please be mindful of your own safety and your home security, and never underestimate the ingenuity of those looking to try to break into your home. Just food for thought. Keep this in mind. Yesterday, we were commenting on how it is difficult to grasp the concept of our government running out of money for this, that, and the other. Yesterday, it was about fixing the plumbing problems along Insurgente Street. And now we have this. Do you remember the stunning 100 new police patrol vehicles that were purchased by the current administration just 3 months ago? It was back in August. Well, apparently some of them are out of commission because the administration has no budget to pay for parts needed to repair some of them. And apparently the credit with the dealer has also been depleted. Now, it would be very easy to sit here, and this is just my food for thought. It would be very easy to sit here and criticize the current administration, but I couldn't really do that because I've never worked for the government. I have no idea what it takes to run a city, what it takes to manage a city's budget. Do I think it's lamentable that the city doesn't seem to have money to fix the vehicles that give us security? Of course, it is lamentable. But to try to criticize the city, I don't know that I feel comfortable doing that. Although I do have to mention that it is lamentable. And another thing like that, there is this report of a park in Colonia Garza Blanca that is in disrepair, with trash all over the place and food and unpainted things and so forth and so on. And I also bring this to your attention. And let me show you where Garza Blanca neighborhood is located. And we're not talking out in the middle of nowhere. This is just a few blocks away from Macro Plaza. So why do I bring these things to mind? Well, because, again, it must be freaking complicated to maintain the balance between making the tourist part pretty in the city while the rest of the city, which may or may not have anything to do with tourism, has to go out and deal with everyday problems on a regular basis. So think about this if you care to. It's just a little bit of perspective. That we often think of the English-speaking community in Puerto Vallarta being so tightly knit and comforting and supportive and this, that, and the other. But the fact remains that we live in a large urban city that has a lot of problems. So I think it is important to keep that in mind. And that's just my food for thought of the day. Let us take a quick look at the weather forecast, and we will take it from there. Okay, this is obscure. Sony tried to have Mars renamed to Kratos as a publicity stunt for God of War, but the International Astronomical Union cannot be bought. Is this? I don't even know what that is about. It could be about a movie, or it could be about elections. I don't know. All I know is that it is 26 degrees right now, feels like 29. Humidity is at 76%, and our Fahrenheit temperature is 79 degrees. Our weather forecast for today: humid throughout the day with a high of 30 and a low of 20. Then tomorrow will be a humid day with a high of 29 and a low of 19. And Saturday, again, humid throughout the day with a high of 29 and a low of 18. And of course, as I was saying before, we are starting to get into holiday mode, and Thanksgiving and Christmas are around the corner, and we're starting to learn about all kinds of exciting things that you may want to keep in mind. For example, we found out yesterday that Oculto, our dear friend Carmen Porras, has started promoting her very own Thanksgiving dinner. Oculto will be offering one seating of 16 people, featuring a special menu and premium Mexican wines at 1,200 pesos per person. But Carmen is also offering a special price for Coffee and Headlines Cluster members. For more information, you can contact her directly and mention Coffee and Headlines. And as always, we are thankful to you, Carmen, and to Claudia for offering your support to our viewers. And of course, for being part of our community. To that effect, I look forward to seeing you this afternoon. I hope you and Claudia can make it to our meet and greet at Whiskey Kitchen this afternoon so that folks can get a chance to meet you in person. If decorating your home for Christmas is a big thing for you, forget about what you're seeing at Walmart or Sam's or Costco and all the local stores. There is nothing like heading to the big city to shop for all kinds of paraphernalia. And of course, the closest big city to Puerto Vallarta is Guadalajara, where the first Christmas tianguis or outdoor market opens today at Parque El Refugio with approximately 400 different vendors. And of course, by the time December comes, a total of 17 Christmas tianguis will be installed throughout the city of Guadalajara. So there you go, yet another excuse to visit our capital city. But if you wanted to, you could also head to the small town of Tlalpujahua in the state of Michoacán, where traditional glass baubles are made, and you can attend their traditional Christmas bauble fair. Can you imagine what it would be like to watch the artisans making these delicate glass spheres just like right in front of your very eyes? I would love to go to that fair one of these days. Not so much because I decorate a lot for Christmas, but because I think the work is absolutely mesmerizing to watch. The premiere of the latest Marvel film, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, took place yesterday in Mexico City, and it was, of course, a huge celebration because one of the leading stars is Mexico's very own actor, Tenoch Huerta. We have seen him in a number of Netflix productions. We have seen him in a couple of things out there, a number of films. He's highly acclaimed, and of course, the film pays tribute to ethnic roots, and of course, we love the fact that Logan's future ex-husband, Tenoch Huerta, is on the film. Tenoch Huerta shares a common trait with another amazing actor in Mexico, actress actually, Yalitza Aparicio, who was featured in a film that was premiered on Netflix. And of course, the common traits are that both of them have humble origins and both of them have fairly dark skin. And as such, they have been subject to all kinds of racial discrimination and criticism at one point or another. I just read an article from the Los Angeles Times when production for Wakanda Forever was announced, on how a lot of people were angry that Tenoch Huerta had been featured or cast as one of the leading actors because he allegedly had ties to organized crime and so forth and so on. And I have seen a lot of articles in which both actors defend the color of their skin, saying that it has nothing to do with their talent. And, I am just eager to watch the film, and I know that Logan and I are going to go together at some point during the weekend. But there's another thing that I wanted to show you that has to do with the opening of the film, and this has to do with African actress Lupita Nyong'o, who apparently in the effort, of course she was there for the premiere, but you have to love what some of these actors do to promote their work. Apparently, well, not apparently, I saw the video. When you see this article in your show notes, you'll see that she took to her own social media channel to post a video of her singing a song by Mexican singer-songwriter Juan Gabriel in perfect Spanish, which, of course, we don't know if she actually loves Juan Gabriel music, or she was a smart, creative actor promoting her work, but watching her sing the song was just absolutely delightful. How nice of her to do that. And last but not least, we complain about our crocodiles here. I spotted this video from a housewife. Housewife is the word that I was trying to think about earlier. An ama de casa living somewhere in the state of Tabasco. And in this 1 minute long video, you will watch her gently trying to scare a small crocodile out of her living room. And what I love about the video is how gentle she is. She has a broom in her right hand. She has her little baby chihuahua on her left hand, and she's wearing. You can get a glimpse as to to her attire. She's wearing a traditional skirt. So watch what it's like to live in the state of Tabasco and try to get rid of wild animals when they sneak into your home.
Un día enorme en Tabasco.
Ándale ya a tu pila, ya tienes que dormir. Oye, ándale,
She's like, hey,
ándale.
come on,
Coco,
Coco,
ándale.
Come on.
Vete ya para tu pila, rápido.
go back to your pool.
Ándale,
Come
mi
on.
vida. Ándale, mi niño precioso.
Come on, my little
Órale.
pretty boy.
Órale, órale, mi bebé hermoso, ándale. Ya, vete para tu casa. Ándale. Ándale, mi niño. Ándale, mi nene.
And then
Le hace caso el hijo de la madre.
and
Ya,
he slowly
ya,
heads out
órale,
the
ya,
door.
dormí, ya todo el día te pasaste aquí. Ya. Ya, mi nene hermoso, ya, mi niño precioso, hasta mañana, si Dios quiere. Órale.
And she says, I'll see you tomorrow,
Ah, ya hice.
God willing.
Córrele, mi bebé.
Come on.
Ya. Y fíjate, acuérdate dónde te vas a meter, porque no me vas a tirar las plantas.
And don't
Really?
come back into the house because you're gonna
Ándale, bebé.
like make a mess with the plants.
Déjalo tú, te vas a quedar invocado. Ya.
And the little doggy gets into the argument.
Métete.
And there you have it. So does this make me want to visit the state of Tabasco? Absolutely. Okay, so that was our content for today. Let us take a quick look at your comments just to see what everybody is up to. Lots of good mornings as always. I love the lady and the crocodile and the little dog being all bitchy. It's like, get out of my house. I loved it. Let's see. Yeah. Lots of good mornings. Lots of good mornings. Suzanne is finally here in Vallarta. My permanent residency was approved on Tuesday. Ready to celebrate at the meet and greet tonight. Yes. Suzanne, make sure you let me know who you are so that we can all give you a round of applause, if we may. Let's see what else we have. Yes, I know. The Crown Season 5 has started. My goodness. Time to binge. Yes. The good thing is that I have a good crochet project in the works right now. I like two types of crochet projects, the kind that are very detailed and I have to be looking at the work. But then there's this other kind in which if the stitch is simple enough, I can be watching TV and moving forward with my project without actually looking at it too much. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. The bad news is that we will miss tomorrow's show, says Den. The good news is we will be busy picking up our permanent residency cards. Nestor has been awesome to work with. Mazel tov to you as well. Very good. Dave says, I feel very safe in Vallarta, but I did strengthen my house like a fortress. That makes two of us. You know, it's just common sense. Maybe the city popped their whole wad on the Katrina, says Dave. Well, The mayor was very quick to announce that the Katrina was sponsored by the business community. We don't really know how much money was invested by the local government, but again, it's got to be a complex business to run a city. Let's see what else we have. Late good morning, says Sheila. And Terry reports of barely any water pressure in Las Gaviotas. Again, I tell you. Carmen is sharing the link to the Oculto Thanksgiving dinner. Don't worry, my dear friend. I will be sharing it along with the show notes for everybody to be able to enjoy. Unfortunately, a lot of the Christmas decorations found at the Christmas markets in Guadalajara are made in China. I have had trouble finding Feliz Navidad signs, not Merry Christmas. Vendors have told me to let them know where to get them if I find any so they can sell them. Well, I don't know this to be true or not true. All I can say, Harold, is that, it's as basic as looking at the ornaments. I think a good eye allows people to identify the real stuff from the not real stuff. Made in China items can be found everywhere. In fact, I'm probably wearing one. What do I know? Let's see. Angelica says, I lived in Santa Tosaya, Santa Tosaya, Tabasco, and there were a lot of tarantulas. My goodness, I love that. Logan comments, Lupita has either been or raised in Ciudad de Mexico. Her dad was an ambassador and she speaks beautiful. I love that. Thank you very much for sharing that. The croc is adorable. I don't know that I would describe a croc as adorable, but I think that the lady was adorable. Let's see. Susan says, love the mama with a croc. That is funny. And Jeannie says, love her calm attitude. That's what I love the most. I mean, she was just there's a male voice in the background. Be careful, you don't want to get bitten. But she's like, oh, come on, my pretty boy. Come on, we'll see you again tomorrow. And he just sneaks out. Logan Miller and the reverse topes, which really mess up typing. Oh, yeah. Typing while you're going over or under a tope is not a good thing. Sage asks, when and where is the meet and greet tonight? That is easy. It is at Whiskey Kitchen from 6 to 8. We are going to get together. Let me show it to you. We've been showing it, but I'm happy to show it again. Boom. There it is. Today from 6 to 8. I spoke with Gina this morning, and to keep things well organized and under control, she's going to offer a limited menu so that things can come out of the kitchen at a brisk pace. And I appreciate all the accommodations that Gina always makes to make us feel happy and welcome at her restaurant. Let's see what else. And I think that's it. But as long as Lucy is mentioning her hecho a mano, we might as well throw a shout out at the next one, which is right here. Lucy is in the house, and of course, she is the organizer of these wonderful markets in which, let me come back to my good spot, there you go, in which we have the opportunity to buy all kinds of wonderful things from local artists. And the next one is coming up on November 19th at El Patio, the dog park. I believe this is in Colonia Emiliano Zapata. So there you have it. This was our broadcast for today. I hope you learned something fun, something new, something to look forward to. I know I did, and I know that I'm looking forward to seeing you this afternoon at Whiskey Kitchen. And if you cannot make it, then I know that you will be there in spirit. So I hope this was a great broadcast for you. It was a great broadcast for me. I will see you again soon, maybe even this afternoon.